Welcome to Drive Culture. I'm Jonathan Rivers, and today I'm here with the all-new 6th generation Honda Prelude. And I'm going to tell you why this might be the best generation yet. So we'll go over the exterior, the interior, the powertrain, and well, of course, we won't be taking it for a drive, but I'll definitely bring that content to the channel. So come back for more to check out that video when I can get behind the wheel and take this thing for a drive. So if this is content you're after or you're new to the channel, please be sure to click that bell to subscribe to come back for more. And with that, let's get after it. Now guys, here we are in an exclusive studio preview of this all new Honda Prelude, right? The 6th generation of Preludes, guys. So it's pretty amazing that after all these years, the Prelude is back, right? It's actually been like 25 years since the Prelude was in the marketplace, which is really interesting in the fact that the Prelude was a part of like the original trio of Honda products, right? There was the Civic, there was the Accord, and then there was the Prelude, right? And that was the first generation in the 70s, and then subsequently there was new generations, and with each generation of Prelude, there was always some kind of like new twist, new technology that Honda was either introducing to the brand or to the entire industry, right? So a lot of firsts for Preludes over the years, and now here they are with an all-new Prelude, and it's a hybrid electric, guys. And no, there is no manual. We'll get that out of the way first, but we'll talk about what makes this powertrain so cool and why I can't wait to get behind the wheel and take you guys for a drive. So what we're going to do next is we're going to first, before we get to this guy here, we're going to actually quickly walk through each previous generation of Prelude, and then we're going to come back and do a full exterior walk around of this all-new 6th generation Honda Prelude. Alright guys, here we are with the 1st generation Honda Prelude. Now, the one that Honda has on display here is a 1979 model year, but this 1st generation went from 1978 to 1982. And it was based on the Accord's mechanicals, but it did have its own unique chassis. And it was the first Honda to feature a standard moonroof. It was powered by a 1.8-liter engine with around 72 horsepower. It was compact, lightweight, and surprisingly upscale for its time. And next we have the 2nd generation Honda Prelude, and again the one that Honda has here on display is a 1983 model year, which was actually the first model year, and it ran all the way until 1987. And guys, just look at this paint, look at this condition, this car is immaculate. And yes, this was the one that introduced pop-up headlights and that kind of wedge styling. It was actually upgraded to a 1.8-liter engine with 100 horsepower. Plus, there was a 2-liter SI version with fuel injection, and they even improved the handling and ride quality for the time. And it really marked a shift toward a more performance-oriented design for Prelude. Alright guys, here we are with the 3rd generation of Prelude, and I know there's a lot of people that think this is one of the best versions yet, so let's talk about this 3rd generation. And the one they have on display here is a 1988, right? And then the final model year for this was 1991. And this really had a sleeker design, and this had 4-wheel steering on certain trims, right? Had more powerful engines, including a 2.1-liter dual overhead cam unit. And it was widely praised for its handling and the tech at its time. And it really cemented the Prelude's reputation as a true driver's car. Alright guys, here we are with the 4th generation Honda Prelude. This one here is a 1993 model year, and the first year was actually 1992, and it went until 1996. And in this one, the styling got a lot more rounded, a lot more aerodynamic, and this featured VTEC engines for the first time, and it continued offering that 4-wheel steering in certain markets as well, and it really had a more refined interior and improved safety features over the previous gens. And if you've watched Drive Culture before, you know that I have a full walk around on this generation of Prelude as well. Alright guys, here we are with the 5th generation Prelude, right? So the one they have on display here is a 1999 model year, but it actually ran from 1997 to 2001. And they went to a much sharper, more aggressive styling in this fifth gen. They had the 2.2-liter VTEC engine with up to 200 horsepower. They dropped the four-wheel steering, but they actually added active torque transfer system, ATTS, in that Type SH model, which is what we have here. And it was really the final iteration before the model was discontinued. So we also have a video of this 5th gen Prelude on the channel. So if you haven't watched that full walk around video, be sure to catch that one as well. Alright guys, here we are with the exterior of this all-new 6th generation Honda Prelude. And it's awesome because there's actually two cars here today. The one on the right is actually painted in Honda's Boost Blue Pearl, and it looks fantastic here on this new Prelude. And then the one on the left is actually a new color called Winter Frost Pearl. So that actually looks really nice as well. And part of the reason why there's two cars here today, guys, is the one on the right actually is basically bone stock. Like that's how the car will come. You know, they haven't given all the details yet, but that's pretty much what you can expect. The car on the left, the one in white, actually has several dealer installed accessories on it, which kind of makes it unique. And so we'll point out the differences between the two, and you guys can let me know your guys' thoughts and comments down below. Would you take it just as is, or would you be adding some of the accessories that's here on the white car? So first, let's do a quick walk around on this one here in Boost Blue. And again, this car has been revealed. There's pictures online, but there's something to be said about seeing a car in person and really getting up close and checking out all the details. So yeah, I mean, guys, in person, this car looks super sporty, right? It's a true coupe. Which is a dying breed in today's marketplace, but here we are with the brand new coupe in 2025. So there's something to definitely celebrate about that. So let's go ahead and take a look at all the styling and the details. So, you know, this car was shown almost 2 years ago as a concept, and here we are with essentially the production version now, and it looks basically the same. I mean, they removed some minor details from those original concepts that they showed, but for the most part, it pretty much made its way to production, which is a good thing because I think most of you guys and people said online that they really like the concept. So it's great to see that it's pretty much what you get. So obviously, like I said, this is Boost Blue Pearl. Available on several other Honda models. Usually they're sporty models, and again, it looks fantastic here on this new Prelude. So let's take a look. You got full LED headlights there, that daytime running light above it looks really nice. This kind of black bar that connects the two headlights. And here, look at that Honda badge, you know, black filled in. Sometimes Honda just does the chrome badges, so it's pretty nice that they went to this kind of badge with the black background on it. It really helps to complete the design, especially on the front end here. And we'll take a quick step back so you can see the front end. Really aggressive, and it's pretty wide, right? You know, you can see how the fenders kind of stick out there. It's definitely exaggerated. You do see that there's some parking sensors. There's 4 of them up front, and there's a little bit of you know, functional ducting and openings down below to feed the powertrain, which we'll get to here in a second. But you got that nice black lip spoiler, and then this little blue accent there. So let me know your guys' thoughts and comments about that. And now let's go ahead and take in the full side profile of this new 6th generation Prelude, right? So here we are. You can see the true coupe styling, right? It's a very, very rakish rear there. It just kind of drops off, guys. So looks super sporty. A true two-door with a liftback design. Go ahead and take a look at these wheels and tires. So this is pretty sweet, guys. You can see here, really aggressive wheels. Those are 19-inch wheels, guys, and they're painted in a Berlina black, and they look really, really nice. And understanding here is the tires that they have are essentially like a summer tire that's going to be available, you know, from the dealers. So it's nice that you're going to have that option, and it looks really aggressive here. So behind those huge wheels, you actually can see the brake package there. So I'm going to kind of try to zoom in just a little bit, and you can see that Prelude caliper painted in blue. And then you can see it actually says Brembo right below that. So that's a really nice touch to it. But yeah, I maybe forgot to mention, so for these tires, these are 235 40 ZR19s, right, to give you an idea of the dimensions and width. So I think the wheels look really good. We'll go ahead and take a look at the accessory wheels that are available here in a second. So next, you can see there's actually a little vent here down below. Peek in behind, you can see it's actually functional. There's an opening there. You come up, you got these nice side mirrors, LED turn signals, black trim around the window there, and you got these awesome door handles. So they're flush door handles, which is really cool. And what's nice is, like, upon approach of the vehicle or when you lock or unlock it, the handles pop out. So if you go ahead, you can see it just pops out, and it's pretty cool. So, again, we'll hop in the interior here in a second, but if I just go ahead, that's how you open the door. You kind of just like pull and then close, and it pops back in. So I think that looks pretty sweet, and it's nice functionality too, how it just kind of, pops up, pops open as you get close to the vehicle. So you got the fuel door there, go down, tires, square setup, guys. But even the caliper in the rear is painted blue, so it didn't skimp out there. You got that nice black spoiler on the side. So really, really sleek styling. And so here we'll go check out the rear. You can kind of take it all in. And yeah, I think this is definitely one of the best views for this new Prelude. Love the fact that the tail lights are all connected. LED light bar looks super premium. You can see that they spelled out the name Honda, and it's in that like new font that Honda's been using. And you can actually see under the end, that's the actual like kind of grab handle to help lift open the tailgate. And then below, you got that iconic Prelude font. And that comes black no matter what. So that's not an accessory, that's how it'll come. You got 4 parking sensors down below. You got that little blue accent on the diffuser there in the center. And just an aggressive little rear end there. You don't see any exposed exhaust, which is fine, but it definitely looks sporty. And like I said, we'll hop in and we'll show you how much cargo space is there. But you can peek in from behind, and you can see that it's a 2+2 setup like the older Preludes as well. So I think we've covered everything. Actually, one last thing is he can almost missed it because you can really only catch it from certain angles. But check out the roof, guys. So it's a solid roof, no moonroof here, but I don't think it needs it. It looks great. It's got this kind of like double bubble design to it, and that looks really good as well. So I think we've covered everything on the blue car. So next, let's go ahead and do another exterior walk around on the car with accessories. All right, now we're here with this Winter Frost Pearl, this new color for the Prelude and for the brand, right? It's the first time they're using this white. It's a really pretty white, guys. It's very, very, it kind of transforms under different lighting. And as it hits different surfaces, it kind of looks silvery, but looks white. Like, it's a really premium color. But the reason why I want to do a walk around on this one too is because, like I said, this one has some dealer installed accessories that will be available for the Prelude. So I'm just going to kind of focus on those. But check this out. You actually have a black Honda badge up front. And what's sweet is, like, behind the H, it's kind of like this like matte gray color. So I don't know if Honda's ever even done that before, but it looks sweet, and it really stands out on this white Prelude. Down here on the front lips, these are these little spoilers that are part of the dealer accessory package as well. So it's just a nice, extension added to both sides. I think that looks really premium. And then next, let's check out the wheels, right? So the wheels I just showed you before were the standard 19-inch wheels. So these are 19-inch in size as well, but with a much different design. These are painted black, but then have one, two, three, four, five spokes that are like machined, and it's kind of much more angular design. So let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Do you like the standard wheels? Do you like these accessory wheels? I think they look pretty good here on this white model. You can also get a black mirror cap. That looks pretty nice in contrast to all the white. But really, the one accessory to me that stands out the most is this guy, this spoiler here. So you saw in the blue car there was no spoiler. That's how the Prelude will come. But you can get this dealer installed wing on the back here. I'm gonna just try to take it all in here for a second. Yeah, again, the white looks really good, guys. I don't know, I love the blue, but I like the white. So let me know down below which is your favorite. There's actually, going to be several colors offered. There's a red, black, gray, silver, white. I mean, it looks really, really nice in a lot of different colors. But here, focusing on this wing, look at that shape, guys. That's kind of what a lot of people have been buying in the aftermarket. And you can see some, OEMs putting this kind of like almost like Batman style wing on the back of their cars. And here again, it's available on the Prelude. So again, let me know, do you want the wing? Do you just gonna leave it clean like the other blue car here? Um, I think both ways actually look good. The wing adds a little, more sport and aggression to the car, but even without it, I think the new 6th Gen Prelude looks pretty good. So next, let's go ahead and check out the interior of this all-new Honda Prelude. All right, guys, here we are with the interior of this all-new Honda Prelude. And I'm going to go a little quick here, but just want to show you all the details inside. There are two color choices. There's this black interior color choice here. Looks really premium. Has a lot of blue and gray contrast stitching on the seats, the doors, the center console. And then there's a white interior, which I'll show you here in a sec. We'll get into the white car. You can see all those details as well. But for the sake of time, I'm not going to hop in. I'm just going to kind of show you. So here on the door lining, again, some premium materials, the contrast stitching, speakers, everything just looks, really high quality. As we look inside, let's just kind of peek at the steering wheel here. So the steering wheel is really nice, guys. It's a flat bottom design, has like piano black treatment to it, has that like nice H badge with the black background, just like the exterior. Typical Honda fashion, you got the volume controls on the left, all your ADAS and driver assistive safety technologies on the right. You can see it's got some massive paddle shifters, which are actually metal, flat bottom design with the center point there and at the top. And then on the top, it's actually like a suede material. So kudos there because that's a really premium design. And you get the blue contrast stitching on the steering wheel as well. You can see they kind of did this kind of thatch design for the vents, but they look really premium, kind of typical Honda design, but still unique to the way the Prelude looks. It doesn't just carry over the things that the Civic and the other models get. But let's go ahead and talk about these seats, man. The seats look so good, and you can see it says Prelude there in the headrest in that font. Really high quality. You get the blue contrast, the gray contrast. You can see it's got these leather straps here, super premium. And the headrest can go up and down, which is nice, but basically, the seat goes all the way up to the top. And so you got a lot of shoulder bolstering, these side bolsters. The pattern, right, is, they call it like this houndstooth design, which kind of harkens back to the 80s. Looks really premium there. Good bolstering down below. You'll see it's manual, so I don't think that's a big deal, but let me know your guys' thoughts and comments down below. There is manual adjustment. And of course, you can slide the seat forward as well. So that looks really premium there. The center console here, again, good design. You have, some big cup holders down there as well. Here you have the whole transmission push button setup here. You have the all the traditional park, reverse, neutral, drive. Off to the left you have the electronic parking brake as well as brake hold function. Drive modes off to the right, but one of the big things, and this is a big talking point for Prelude, is that button there. It's called S plus shift, and that talks about how it changes the transmission, and we'll get to that here in a second because I want to talk more about the interior design. Behind that, you do see there's a wireless charge pad, two USB-Cs, one for data, one for charging, 12-volt socket. You got Honda's really nice switch gear for their climate controls. That's pretty common, but it's nice because they're like painted black, which looks really premium. You got that, same thatch design for the vents in the center, as well as off to the side. And what's really nice, guys, I'm just going to kind of slowly zoom in here. Check that out. You can see that it says Prelude and it's like stitched in. to this material, which is really nice. It's like a really soft, almost like suede-like material with the blue contrast stitching there. That's such a nice touch, guys. And you'll see that it also comes with Honda's 9-inch color touchscreen. It's got Google built in. Of course, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. Up front, you do get a 10.2-inch digital instrument cluster. Looks really premium. I'll show you what that looks like there. It kind of walks through. You can get a lot of customization there because the gauges will change depending on the drive mode. That's really, really nice. And then, of course, if you kind of make your way over here, you can even see that it's got the Bose speakers in the A-pillars and in the doors. And so, you know this thing's going to sound really, really nice. Peek up at the roof. Like I said, there's no roof, no moonroof or sunroof in here, but it is a really nice material that's used on the roof. And so here I want to show you down below, there's this lever. You kind of pull this, seat goes forward. So let's just peek in the back. So it is a 2+2, guys. So this shows you the back seat of this new Prelude. You could fit 2 people back there. It is pretty tight. I'm not going to get back in there today, but when we do a full walk around and drive for the car, I'll show you exactly how much space is back there. But it is a little small. Again, it's not really meant to be much more than a place for children or to like store things. And then I'll show you in the other car here what that looks like folded down, as well as the cargo space. So next, let's go ahead and check out that white interior. All right, guys, here we are with the white interior. So I'm going to go pretty quick, but you can see quite a bit of contrast compared to the black. Still get that blue stitching on all the surfaces, but check out the seats on the white car, guys. They look quite different. Kind of take a whole profile shot there, you can see. So they actually are like this off-white material, blue contrast stitching, and in the center, it's got this really cool like blue insert that goes the entire length of the seat there in the center. And it's a really nice material as well, guys. It really is nice, and a nice alternative for someone that doesn't just want the black interior. Here you can see Prelude embossed in the headrest, just like the black, and then the center console, as well as this area here, is all done in this like premium material, guys. So and it carries over even to the dash. So like the other car, if you look real close, there it is. It says Prelude, but this time it's like stitched in white, not blue like the black interior, but you still get the blue stitching along the dash, the doors, and man, everything in here feels and looks really premium, guys. So let me know, which one do you like? Do you like the black interior? Do you like this white interior? I think they both look really good. It just kind of comes down to personal preference. And so here I'm also going to go ahead, push that seat forward, but now you can see the rear is folded down as well. So that shows you what the rear seat looks like folded down. And no, the seats in the back are not white, they're black, like the black interior on the blue car we just showed you. So lastly, let's go ahead and talk about the cargo space. All right, guys, lastly, let's go ahead and check out the cargo space of this all-new Honda Prelude. And being a coupe, being a smaller vehicle, you'd think there might not be a lot of space or it might be compromised. But let's go ahead. I'm actually going to pop open the rear here. And like I said, there's this grab handle. You kind of go in under the end, and you just pull up, and it's a pretty easy action. It just, shoots right up. And there you go, guys. There is the cargo space there, and just at first glance it's pretty deep. It's actually really deep. And then there's like these like little cutouts off to the side. You can see there's lighting back here. It's a pretty big space. That's obviously a big subwoofer for that Bose premium sound system, but that's what it looks like. And there you can see for the rear seats, those are 60/40 folding. And again, when those fold down, it gives you a lot more space. There's little grab handles at the top of the shoulders here. And then here, if I got a little handle, let's see what happens if I open this up. You can see there's another big space. So that folds up. You can see there's probably a place for a tire, but not an actual mount. And there's no spare tire back here. But yeah, you got a little bit more space below that surface there. And so yeah, that is pretty good. So real quick, let's see what it looks like when the seats are folded flat. So there you go, the seats are folded flat. And man, there is a lot of space back here. I mean, you could fit a ton of stuff in this thing. So right, despite being a small coupe, there's a lot of usability. Now, obviously, again, if you fold down the rear seats, it's just a two-seater. But hey, if you had to do an Costco run or even fit like some really big items in here, if you fold those seats down, you've got a lot of space. So let me know your guys' thoughts and comments about that. Are you really interested in this car? Do you want to see more content on this car? I'm happy to bring it to you. So next, let's go ahead and finally talk about the powertrain. All right, guys, here we are with the powertrain of this new 6th generation Honda Prelude. And it is a really cool thing that they're actually making the Prelude for the first time a hybrid electric vehicle. And that's right, they took the powertrain from the Civic hybrid and planted it here into the Prelude. But obviously, it's a coupe, it's smaller, it's lower, it's wider. And we're just going to talk about the powertrain and the drivetrain here for a second. So it actually has the same specs as the Civic hybrid, which is no slouch. And if you guys are watching my reviews on that, you know it's actually really quick and actually really fun to drive. So there is a 2-liter 4-cylinder Atkinson engine. And then there's Honda's 2-motor hybrid system paired to that. So it's a really complicated, but first let's talk about the output. In this configuration here, it makes 200 horsepower and 232 pound-feet of torque. Now, the thing about their system is there's essentially one motor that is, kind of mated to the engine, which again, the engine is mostly a generator in the sense that it's like spinning that traction motor. There's a second motor that actually is driving the wheels, right? So like in the Civic hybrid and how it's going to be here in the Prelude, in most cases, this car is kind of like a BEV. Like it's literally an electric motor that's driving the front wheels. So when you're driving around town, it's super quiet. And it's super quick, right? Because you got that instant torque from the electric motors. And then really only in certain cases at cruising speed is the engine actually then driving the front wheels, right? In most cases, it's the electric motors that's driving the front wheels. It's a very complicated system, but there really is no transmission, right? It's either it's the electric motors themselves that are handling all of that, in lieu of having an actual transmission. But the other nice thing about this, and Honda's announced that, we talked about the wheels and the brakes, and you saw those big Brembo brakes, but the other thing is this has the chassis and the suspension from the Honda Civic Type R, right? So it uses what they call the dual axis front suspension, right? Which is awesome, right? And if you watch our reviews on the Civic Type R, you also know even on the Acura Integra Type S, it uses that same suspension technology to almost virtually eliminate torque steer and to make this thing a handling beast, right? So definitely can't wait to someday get behind the wheel and take this thing for a drive. So for now, we're gonna have to wait until we can do that. So definitely come back to the channel when we have that drive review up. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this review. All right, guys, that's a wrap. What do you think of this all new 6th generation Honda Prelude? Is this really the best Prelude yet? We quickly went through each generation of Prelude. And again, if you've been on Drive Culture before, you know I have full walkarounds on some of the previous generation Preludes as well. In fact, I'm gonna make sure I get all 6 generations here on Drive Culture, actually driving the cars here at some point. So definitely be sure to come back and watch those videos. And let me know your guys' thoughts and comments down below. Do you like these studio previews? Do you want to see more exclusive content like that? Let me know your guys' thoughts and comments down below, because of course I'm happy to bring you that content. So if you've joined me before, thank you so much. But if you're new to the channel, please be sure to click that bell to subscribe to come back for more. Thanks, and we'll see you at the next episode.